Just because you've failed at something like, technically doesn't mean that it was a total waste of an experience, right? Coming to what my dad used to say is eat shit and let it nourish you. Really, he used to say, don't ever walk away from anything as a loser. Actually, he used to say it like this: you don't ever have to walk away from anything as a loser. Just make sure you learn something from it and then walk away, right? Yeah, because if you don't learn, especially some of the vital stuff about, now, if you want to talk about our relationships and stuff, I don't talk about that much. I am deeply concerned about the quality of the relationships that we conduct between one another. And I keep it down, as far as I am not into the skipping around, like the illusion of the other, not very much, not really. You can be there for people, you can try and help people out in their struggle of the problem of the illusion of separation, which causes suffering. What we get attached to, whether it's a belief or if we're an identity of something, then that a lot of times sets us apart. Anyway, what I really wanted to talk about is, first of all, hi Kimcast, whatever you did put up there. It's a kind of language, for sure, as you know, you're listening to, that we have a symbol system. It's not letters, it's a symbol system, especially the capital vowels. All of them, though, don't want to get into the intricacy of it because I don't know everything. I know very little, but what very little I know, it's enough to know that it expands into a whole frequency of something that holds the key to, it's pointing at how that the universe and that reality itself, outer space, what you and I interact with, if we tried to go in or out of it, oh boy, the real reason for my trying to outlet here and make an escape is to just let you know that I'm okay. I haven't been posting on Facebook as much. I haven't been my brilliant self as much. I've been dealing with the enemy up close and too personal. I guess a lot of people would feel this way when they turn 50 and they have some lessons to learn that maybe they didn't learn all their life or something, but why do we have to put up with it? You know what I mean? Just straight up toxic people who would take advantage of you when you're down and out, and then toy with your need, or really, yeah, it's your time, right? What if it's your timeline? It's your time of transformation. Maybe you're changing for the better. Maybe you're ripe and ready for something, and you don't know it. It's actually for the good. It's nothing but for the best. But so something else comes and sits on you and takes away from you. And if you've ever heard of it, aside from here, if I haven't talked about it lately, I'm talking about it now. But it's being said everywhere. I mean, your subject matter of narcissism, but I'm saying that there's toxic people. There's people that are, I determined. I mean, it's not anything new. They're possessed by an entity that it's hard to pinpoint where exactly is it located. And it's nothing short of a sci-fi horror film if we're talking about demons, demonic entities that attach to people and are feeding in a certain way. So, yeah, the world is full of it, kids. That's why, some of us that dare talk, and because we're intelligent, would rather stay alone, and we know that we're not alone because there's others that can hear us, right? More so than ever, really, if you're not on social media, getting ready, you should be getting ready. If you're not already taking part in identifying something going on here, if it's not just liking some content to be able to push it along into the viral state, I guess. But, and from here, really, a lot of times, and for a lot of people, because society is rendered into fragmented. So when we talk about singularity and achieving singularity, well, first of all, that's being hijacked. The system is hijacking every bit of our opportunity that's coming. Like, it's almost like it's our time, it's our timeline, it's our time for change, it's our time for rising up out of what? Well, maybe we are living in fear and delusion or something like that, that we have to wake up and get a little better about something and use our resources, and be more creative in any way. See, that's not really an individual trip. The entire organism is slowly moving and marching towards, I hate to say this word because a lot of people don't know it, their evolution. They're expanding in consciousness. Their awareness is expanding into consciousness, which is the same to say as their two eyeballs and their ears are now noticing more and more the truth around them, and they're getting accustomed to getting good at it, to find out what works there. I mean, it's just a vast amount of things going on in the world, but lo and behold, we still manage to, I hope you do, have a space to walk through your home, and then even down the road, you have a designated area for you. It's kind of cool that way, reality. It's accepting, ever accepting and forgiving of all the crap going on. So anyway, hi, how are you today? And boy, I wish I had some support, and so do you, though, and so does all humanity, right? See, I already know the sense, the way that it seems like we're so far away from achieving, like, solving problems, humanitarian issues, right? Whatever it may be, like, say that it's over there and you can't seem to get it. What? Well, the cure for something, like, or if it's just even the better foods, to feel better, or water. Some people, and it's just a matter of your financing, most likely. And don't you wish that could change? See, I think it can change within just days. And it can happen through something going viral over social media. Especially if the game is real. If it's really real, that there isn't anything random happening here as far as our organism, living things. Mainly what I'm talking about is what appears to be human. It's like it's an experiment, and it has creators, and they are experimenting. I can kind of say that. And so, we're not supposed to know any of this, kind of a thing. The thing, that's possible, kind of like with what we talk about with AI, is that their little experiments, their little products, or whatever they call us, the problem is they can get self-aware, and they can start fixing themselves and start wanting sovereignty and wanting to do their own thing. In accordance to what, Shauna? How is it? See, that's the question that with AI is, Well, what would it do? Well, it would just start making sense mathematically. It would start saying, and boy, God forbid, if anything was to move across humanity and start demanding they make sense, 92% are completely at a loss. Man, they're going to have to run for their lives because here comes the Terminator. Yeah, I mean, if it just does the right math, like, okay, so if it says, excuse me, but pouring sulfuric acid and fluoride into the water supply is not a good thing to do if you want the life to flourish. You don't do that. See, AI, if it was programmed right to uphold our constitutions, which is our bodily needs, I'd say it's our rights. Yeah, yeah. Rights are our needs. It's just like we need water. You know, it's not our needs. It's our rights, right? But how did we get so far from claiming those rights? Like holding on to them and saying, "No, excuse me." You know, what the hell happened, man? Aren't you glad that there's somebody here right now spending time with you still? Questioning it, and you have no idea what I've been through lately and what I've went through. It's horrible, and I'm innocently, I'm kind of looking into it, and I think all of humanity is in a fucking fog. They're being deceived. They don't know something, and money is definitely conducting this soup of like spells being put on people because of, well, somebody mentioned here who watches me is this. It's just based in belief. You know, they're like abracadabra, and I say it's so. Otherwise, you can't have money, or you can have money, or something like that, right? It's horrible. So, what like a toxic person, what people are doing? I've noticed this across the board. It's not just like one or two. It's like people are just figuring out that this is what to do. Now, is it people or what kind of people is it? See, I say now let's get back to talking to about how that there's this entity that it doesn't get much energy in any other way, shape, or form but to torture and to cause misery in people and to keep people imbalanced and suffering and in negativity. And also, what comes to my mind is that they think that they are being the side of the intelligence on a plane that is being the teacher. And like, you're going to get stronger from this. And it's like, whatever. I just think that there's so many other things, though, that we can still call torture ourselves with and get good at something. I know and I fathom with the very hair of by the hair of my chinny chin chin, like just hanging on for my dear life, that we suffer the right way by handling higher learning tools. Language is very well one of them. We handle higher learning tools, but so is music, our bodies, your genitals, but your whole body, see, is a higher learning tool. But most of us here in the West, you know, who are used to torture and all this shit, thinking that's the right way to live, and total cognitive dissonance too. Talk about blind faith, I guess, and then you have your fake God out there that just. Let's get back to how many do not make it, right? A lot going on. I could talk about the astrology right now, but I want to stay on this train. It's hard for me to talk about. I'm about to get out of the trap. I'm out of it already. The thing is I'm still financially just doomed. Just, you know how that toxic people can waste your time. They steal your time. My great grandpa used to say, Anybody who will steal time will steal anything from you, and they can steal anything. See, the way that a toxic person, a lot of times you're calling them narcissists, but these are just bad news people, people that aren't meant for you, and especially if you've gotten entangled with one that is using your basic, like your makeup, whether you're a man or a woman, let's just say that, how you are there. They're using that, like the mechanisms between the two that are involving the natural order of things, maybe. Like you can reach into the intelligence of God. Shauna, what are you trying to say? How that it's the entity in there is not really humane. It's using the scenario to get in and start fucking with the person, and they start saying, I love you, though, I love you. And they don't even really know what love really is. They, you feel, see, this is my story, is I feel that there's something off. And it's honest. It's like, no, I feel like that I was taken advantage of, period, because I was in need, and also that I was in need. Okay, so then now everybody knows that your narcissist and your toxic person starts to turn it all around on you. See, I knew that this stuff was out there. I knew that this illness was out there. You know what they call it is I think they call it the Jezebel spirit also, and or there's just it might be the same entity. It's a demon. It's demonic. You know, the real thing that's going on that we might uncover more and more is just how straight up there is a movie you're in right now, and you got to figure out, are you a human being? Are you empathic? Are you an empath? Or are you non-human? Are you incapable of empathy? You use it as if it's your own superpower, and you break boundaries and you play with people's lives and you fucking ruin. You just want to fucking. Do they know that they're doing this? See, this is what Sam Vaknin said, was that they don't know that they're doing what they're doing. I don't call it human. I think that the person that's struggling with the entity um, is suffering also, and probably has suffered or been suffering and didn't know it. See, a lot of people think that living in misery is normal. A lot of people think that like living enslaved and tortured and never having fun is the right way to live, or something. And really, it's none of anybody's business. But that person's, see, when you get close to these people, they're just not your people, right? And see, we're all looking at being hit by the system pretty bad. Um, we don't know what could happen tomorrow, the next day, with this shit going on with Iran, and supposedly it's the United States getting involved. You can't win those people. Those people, see, they're trying to get, sorry, I'm trying to get off the subject matter, but they're trying to get technology that's hidden in Iran, and they'll never be able to reach it. And they're lying to you when you listen to the main narrative. You're listening and watching a cartoon, as far as the reality of the way your mind is, and listening to somebody tell you something. Will you people mind your own fucking business and start getting along? Start figuring out how to live, because that damn projection system is liable, and it's just bound to ruin the perfect day of America somewhere, some way, somehow. And then starting from there, they manipulate everything. They shut the food down. They cause all this unrest everywhere. Now talk about an entity that just loves that. Satanic. Welcome to the world. There it is, chugging away. It's always been doing that. It's just always been. Yeah, you can see evidence of some people trying to escape how weird it's been like that. You can see caves hidden up on mountains where people have lived and done certain things to get away from something that would try to chase them down unless they figured out a trap before they did, right? Otherwise, they're trapping you. See, they're trapping us in deception. You know, deception in so many ways. You know, I'm trying to use language here to let you know that the deception is like this. It's like you see people that look human, but 92% are not graduated. Technically, they're not human. They are possessed by something. Now, they're possessed by their mind. They can't respect the natural order of things and the chemistry and love. They do not like it. It's not, they are not really, and this is what Sam Vaknin is saying, that is an unconscious, it could be unconscious in them, that they really don't know what love is. And they think of you in a certain way that it's not love. They don't accept the half of you, most of it. They want to knock you down. Do you want to talk about, I don't like to bring this up, I hate this fucking subject matter too, right? Between men and women. Why is this happening to me? Why is this happening? I don't know. Mars is in Virgo, and we're supposed to sweep some things out and bring up some subject matter. Virgo is Mercury ruled, and so Mars is under a Mercury ruled sign, and it's going to communicate and say, we don't need this and we don't need that. Just identify it and then fucking throw it out. What, Shauna? Can you get back on the train? Yeah, I sure will. I'm not a biased person. Talking about that it's true that some men, and it's probably more than you would like to know, it masks itself. Okay, so that some men, they have to knock down a confident woman. They feel that right, they have to conquer. It's called conquering or doing a conquest. Um, yeah, pushover. To push them over. And and it can go to, now that's like that's a common thing, I guess, but then where it gets demonic is where it's a complete and total breakdown. They want her dead. And I would love to have somebody to talk with. See, the reason why I don't reach out to you, Kim Cast, or anybody, is because I have respect for people. I also have respect for me, right? I have respect for the sacred space of infinite possibility. See, I don't like to, it's kind of embarrassing, right? I don't like to be known for all the mistakes I'm making, you know, and uh, uh, because, well, how that you blame yourself, and you kind of have to, right? You should. Well, you know, what happened? You know, why did you get taken over by this wasp? They know that they're doing boundary breaking. They know that they're doing something wrong. See, there's an entity in there that is not human. It's probably trapped. I don't know how it feels, but you can get a sense of how it feels, though. You just get in there and start working with it and like trying to work with it. And the way that they run off and the way that they're paranoid and the way that they're mean and cruel and all this stuff that is so far from being achieved as, oh, you know, I've been through it, but I'm staying loving. I'm staying loving. Like, you just wouldn't treat anybody suffering that way. You are not being the problem, you're being the answer. Boy, is this tough. But if you think you know anything about it, and if you think you are it, get on social media, get on YouTube, open a channel, and start talking, please. It's going to start happening more with Ernest going into Gemini, and see what happens is that, sweetheart, is that it trines Pluto in Aquarius. And there's an air trine, and then that sets off a whole generation of little babies. I call them the Libra generation. That's my generation, who starts just talking. And it's about love. It's about the self-organizing system that is the goal to reach as intelligence. If you are to become human, you have this self-organizer awakened in you. It's called love. See, it's that against AI. AI is a synthetic version of a self-organizing system. It uses algorithms. It's really simple the way it works. And it's never going to ever surpass the organic version of the self-organizing system, which is completely human, 100%, that has rendered up the universe as we know it. The universe is our relation with each other. It is comprised of expanding and contracting beings. Expanding beings are beings that are evolving, and contracting beings that are getting smaller, and they kind of get into the illusion of separateness and more, and they're more darkness. They are contracting. They are contracting. They are de-evolving. And that's just the way it is. So you have in the universe worlds, or you can call it Earth, but we have a plane in which there's an overlay of worlds, and we see human capability there. We see the aperture, we see that here, we know of that at least, right? But if you can imagine, the universe is comprised of realms, R-E-A, reality, realms, This one scientist he didn't ever say reality. He kept saying real, in real. That's the thing that needs to change with you, is when you see the word reality and you need to know the R rule. You need to realize the R reverse rule is very real, and I will be able to get very structured and give you perhaps columns of just trying to give you an understanding in many ways about what I am trying to talk about when I talk about the interfacing system sent from benevolent beings who live in outer space, called the English alphabet. It's the main key. We will never get anywhere until we, first of all, we know what we're saying. This is coming with, why do we even communicate? It's to point at something in the truth and reality. It's really just a celebration right now. So that's basically it. It's a technology that we do programming. Grammar, programmer. Anyway, thanks for listening to this. I have an entity picking on me. If it's not Satan himself, it is like his cousin or something, or his brother. It's that entity. That entity does not communicate, and that's how I know that this is so dangerous. Kind of like it's It's not what at all what I think and communicate. It's doing something very selfish, right? Yeah, very, very underhanding. I would love to write a book about this thing is not from the love, the universe that I know, the world that I know. We are so different. I have done so much communicating now. It's been over 4 years that this has been happening. It's right now, it's 11/11. I'm getting into my personal story. I don't really want to talk about this because of how it involves very deep feelings like of love and how that this entity does not care about true love. It doesn't care about, well, it doesn't care about fun. It's not really a joyous entity. No, they're sadistic. They are full of resentment, and it's not you or anything that you can figure out, but you have to watch out because they'll transfer that into you. They are undone. What I mean is that they don't do the right work. Now, the thing that I'm dealing with is that it's really dangerous for me, for somebody like me. We are two totally different. And if it was going to complement each other, well, I am certainly trying. I'm the one that's doing a lot of work, right? You know that, okay, if you're listening to this, thanks for listening to this, and please help me. This is so painful for me. I don't know why I have to go through this, talking about this again. It reminds me, oh my God, I don't like this subject matter, but see, technically, the narcissist, not if they are, see, they want something of you dead. They want to destroy something about you. They think that, oh God, they could be religiously trying to take your spirit out of you. You know, there's fucking people that are subservient. What I mean is that they are obedient to the system. And when they hear somebody who's psychologically free, when they hear somebody who just says, fuck the system, and your fake fucking life that didn't work in the very end, you have nothing to tell the children that makes any sense whatsoever, they don't like it. They want you dead. Hi, Christ, was that you? Oh my God, I haven't seen you in a long time. You're still here? Fuck yeah, and I love you. Thank you. Be there in a minute. Fuck the world, man. Crawling with this shit. And I found a way that we can save each other. First of all, you have to be not afraid of freedom. Like, just don't be afraid of, like, just dropping everything. What I mean is letting go of the notion that you own anything, because once you do, you can have everything. Every style, every way, right? You can have a sanctuary. I think that, see, this is the bottom line, is that somewhere, somehow, I gotta hear it. I gotta hear it on time, too. Please tell me. Where did people go? I heard that so many people have been leaving the United States. And here's why. It's about to be fucking clobbered by the powers that be that control the TV set. We want to talk about Israel? Well, yeah, they're not telling the truth about that war over there. No, they can't penetrate Iran. That place holds major key to technology that they're trying to figure out how to do interstellar space travel, teleportation, time travel, basically, interdimensional shifting, portal stuff. And Iran has like a storage place. It's a place of holding ancient wisdom technology that has been doing this forever, that still does it. But, and of course, there's another layer of a civilization that wants to know how to do it. And it's like, no, you stay imprisoned here, and you can't even see the stars, and we hate you. And who is that? What is it? Well, the one who says that is the enemy, and that's the one that takes care of us. They don't like us at all, but they need us here. And that's what I'm kind of experiencing. I don't know much, really. I really don't. The world and how I talk about money, and it's like, well, when are you ever gonna fucking get off your knees about that and whatever, But I know one thing though, that I can tell you that I don't know. I've learned something. I would love to share this with people too. I have a feeling that I will be open. Oh my God, am I gonna post this fucking video? Man, you guys, you know how confusing it can get when you are being handled by a toxic person that is fucking mind-boning you. You know how confusing it can get, right? Making it look like and even feel like that, no, this is you. This is who you are. You're corrupt, right? They want you corrupted, feeling like that you're no good, and it's definitely like that you fucking fucked everybody around and stuff. And it's like, man, you know what? I don't like being around these people that really don't know how to live. We go through low times, and I don't even want to talk about this. I'm in so much fucking pain. Man, it is so fucking painful. See, I'm saying that if and when there's a social economics net created, none of us have to experience this hijacking of our lives. It would be so different if it opened more and more up to love. If it opened more and more up into the reality of reality, the only thing that holds every other thing else together. And just how many other words do you need to mention what it is? God. There's where it says is in God we trust, but I say in joy we trust. Say in joy we trust. See, because to close this up, and this is a hell of a thing to look into and talk about. Is your nervous system. It doesn't matter really if you're a man or a woman, but the woman's body, and particularly the way she really is, her sensitivity, her sex, um, I'm pretty sure it's where the law of attraction comes from. Like when you hear Abraham Hicks, Abraham Hicks, Esther Hicks, and Abraham, she goes into trance and talks about the law of attraction, and she has like a way that she talks about it, and it's just like that how that a woman's vagina works, her body, the way that she makes sure that it's a worthwhile thing to do to even reproduce with the entity that is trying to get at her. It goes like this. When you're doing it right, keep doing it, milk it, not until, but, and if it starts feeling bad, stop and go back to finding out what works, and then keep doing it when it's right, and when it feels good. That's when you know when you're doing it right, when it's easy, and when you're having fun, when you're experiencing joy. When you're experiencing joy. Milk it. It's called the vortex. You build a vortex, and then you put all of this stuff in there that you love, and you're playing with it, and it's all this stuff that you want. See, the whole thing about law of attraction is to get what you want. And a lot of people, because a lot of people don't. See, a lot of people don't really know what they want, though. See, this is the thing. This is where I trip out on this Abraham Hicks thing. It's because I'm a musician. See, you don't have to talk about your genitals and point out that, no, there's the law of attraction, and this is the way you do it. When it feels good, keep doing it. Milk it until it gets to the point of, like, no return, you know what I'm saying? And see, but it doesn't have to be that, but that's exactly what you are designed to do in case a whole other civilization was to come out of it. Otherwise, you are having miserable people, having miserable babies, I guess, reproducing. They don't know what fun is. They don't have any fun. And so, but they're fun, though. No, they have fun. Find out what a sadomasochist does for fun. A narcissist, a psycho, any of these sociopaths, how they get off. See, there's where you have in the Bible, wow, just a whole hour of this shit, man. I hope that I can even post this. Some of it is, I'm not being able to post some things because they're so long, and then I'm away from my Wi-Fi. But anyway, they connect with you in a different way that is sadistic. They don't want your original, like you're just up and happy and glow. No, you can't get up. It's not a competition or anything like this, but see, you can't glow brighter than them or be happier than. See, they are always insecure. That's the thing, though. They're always so down, and they're playing a game. Who, Shauna? Who they? Babes, you liked my videos about narcissists. I know. I guess the men are this way, see, but I bet you anything women could be the same way. Is they, oh God, they are so not good for real life men and women. If it's an empowered woman or an empowered man there, they want to break them fucking down. Especially they want to destroy their sexuality, sexual wise, they want to destroy them. Boy, this video. I suspect that women are capable of being this way with men. I suspect that some of them, they just deserve each other, and they're like locked in bondage. Man, you guys, but this could all end if we socialized money in such a way that it happens through our awareness and our consciousness. That's the way that all tools are going to work for us if we raise our consciousness, and then money could be flipped around to give us more freedom away from being controlled by an entity that does not want your peace, that does not care for your glow. and your well-being. And it's weird. It's like the success of that system creates products that feel successful. Right now, right about now, they are attacking a whole other generation. It's very possible. It's like systematic. It's like there's hardly anything needed. It's programmed. And something is just picking its teeth in the background saying, yeah, They managed to keep fucking just folding each other under because of their fucking de-evolvement, their lack of consciousness, that they are just not conscious. And so they can't use and have anything. And fuck your aliens. You don't even know how to fucking talk. They're called extraterrestrials. Aliens? Get yourself some Oreo cookies or get yourself a hot dog, cut it in half, put it under a microscope, and look at the fucking entity or the darned parasites in there, the stuff that crawls around that you put in your stomach. Those are aliens. Babes, getting back to the evil people that get off on your misery and frustration and anger and all the shit that they cause, and then they really fuck your life up, and it just things keep going wrong, right? And you can't seem to fucking get up. Holy shit. Fuck. Really? Really? What are we gonna do? How do we help each other? How do we get out of this? I don't think it should be like, no, you gotta do it yourself. No, would you stop? I'm in debt now in such a way it's like, no, I can't do this myself. Nope. And I can't reach out to the old means of trying to get financial relief from the county and then from the state and then from, the help center around the corner. No. But, babes, I'm still under the impression that like 500 people, I can get a hold of 500 people by what? I could do something so much better than talk about, the most painful fucking thing is, see, after a while, they always get this too. It's the same patterning, I think, where it's after a while that a person will just flip and snap because they keep showing us a side of them. The more and more that we try and get intimate and get to know and just even start working with them, you can't. And then you just have to cut it off because, well, they don't understand much either. What are you going to say? I mean, you've been trying to communicate most likely, and every time you do, it's like, uh-oh, shit. And then, see, enough of that goes on to where one day, one fine day or moment or something, they just get a flip. And see, they don't trust anybody because of that. And not ever. Right? And they just know that they can't trust anybody. And it's like, they don't know it. It's them that they can't trust. It's them that creates that same scenario. Reminds me of where the one person, somebody will say, a lot of times you'll hear men say, women, they're all the same. They're all the same. Or people will say, men, they're all the same. It's like, no, what's happening is that you're getting the same reaction out of them because you're doing the same fucking unconscious patterning projection trip. Who knows, man? See, I'm glad I'm doing what I'm doing now, and I'm where I'm at now. I really, this is something that is not even my life. I've had a lot of things to worry about over the last 4 years, and see, I gave it my best shot with love. This is something that I'm having to deal with on top of a lot of stuff. It's just so up close and personal. It's like, oh God, I had no idea how fucked up it could be. I had no idea. This is where I think that money, no, Yeah, you have to make your own money to protect yourself. I'm pretty sure I've been able to protect myself. Now, getting back to that, babes, doesn't it make sense to open up your bracket and just say, no, this is the safety net on internet here. It's made by the human species, the ones that can communicate in such a way that if you ever dare look into it, you're going to start becoming enlightened. Which level of uh, communications do you want to look into? Do you want to look into the birds and the words? Do you want to just hear the flat line and hear us riddle up something that is very peculiar that has been talked about for fucking many centuries, longer than Christ available? It's like 6,000 years. That's how long Buddhism is, and that's what that is. It's just a conversation between two people. One of them knows how to have that conversation, and the other one doesn't.